Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Friday, January 3rd, and the heat map just changed over, and it's actually green. Let's see if it can stay that way. So let's take a look and see what's going on this morning. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers, see what they're up to. Then we'll go through our SPY and our big caps. Like I said, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla are all up, and Apple's even up 0.06% there. So let's see what's happening today. Let me go right in here and check out our Jolie's jumpers right here. And here we go. ADIL. Let's see what that's up to this morning. Just sitting still right there. Let's see if it's doing anything here. That was yesterday. It was moving 105 to 113. It closed at 107. It's looking good. Not doing anything on either of these, FinViz or mine. And it is looking good there, ADIL. So keep an eye on that. AGFY, good old Agrify. We'll see if this is starting to bottom back out. I think it might be. And it did try to run up there yesterday. It looks like a little bit 29.50 to 34.70, and it's at 32.25. So it is curling up here, and it's hitting that 20 right there. So get through that, and it can get rolling back up again. That's Agrify, AGFY. And let's look at AMBA, that Amberella, and it's moving back up again. AMBA, let's see. It was moving yesterday, 74.42 to 76.29. It closed over at what was that yesterday? 74.10, and then today it's at 74.99, just sitting there. So it does look like it's trying to set back up to move again. That's Amberella, AMBA. That's one we were looking at. Blink, BLNK. Let's look at that Blink charging and see what it's doing. It wants to set back up, I think. Let's see. BLNK. It came back down to that bottom. It's crossing up now and trying to run back up. It did yesterday. It ran a little 142 to 156. It closed at 149, and it is looking good. So keep your eye on that BLNK Blink charging, looking much better down here to try to run back up. BLRX. Let's see what that is. BioLine RX LTD ADR. It's up 9 cents right there. BLRX. Let's see. It did run yesterday. 22 to 75 and closed at 53, and then this morning 53 to 66, but it's down to 35. So there you go at BLRX. It did run around there, but did pull back again. So keep an eye on that. We'll see if it can get moving again. I'm not sure if it wants to. It had some good resistance up there at 40 cents. So I'll take a look at that. CGBS, that's that Crown LNG Holdings. We were looking at this for a while. It popped up yesterday, that's for sure. CGBS, we were talking about it last night, 40 to 125, and then it closed at 74. And this morning it opened at 87. It got up to 88 and came right down to 67. So there you go with that Crown LNG Holdings, and we were super early with that. And it is a oil and gas one, ran up to the top, pulling back. We'll see if it wants to continue to run. But there you go with that one. And CHEK, good old check cap. Let's see, it looked like it was running up there. CHEK. Yesterday it was 99 to 210, and then this morning 195 to 201, and it's at 155. So we'll see. It doesn't look too bad, honestly. So that one could continue to run up. Keep your eye on CHEK. That could go up some more. Good old DJT. What's that doing? It's down 16 cents right now. And let's see, it is actually pulling back right there. So it's getting through all of its resistance, and it does look like it's kind of pulling back, DJT. So not looking as healthy as it was before. And it is pulling back. Maybe it's going to just pull all the way back there and get reset up for the next week or so, or in 2 weeks or so. So we'll keep an eye on DJT, the Trump media, and see what it wants to do. It does look like it wants to pull back some, and then I'm sure it'll get set right back up. DRUG, that drug, Bright Minds Biosciences. I was saying this thing's getting set up. I wish they had options on it because yesterday it went 35 to 42.35, and it's at 41.76 right here, and it looks pretty good. DRUG, so keep your eye on that. And DXYZ's been pulling back a hair for us, and it looks like it's pulling back some more. So we'll keep an eye on that and catch the bottom because that's going to get good again and set back up. So we'll keep an eye. We've been watching that one. And good old HUT, that's down a little bit, but that's curling up. This one's going to be a good one again. HUT, keep an eye on that. Looks like that bottom was right there at 2034. You're at 2154. So that one is curling back up some and trying to get set back up. HUT, IVP was up. Inspire Veterinarian Partners saw this up this morning. And let's see what it's doing here. Yesterday it was running, it looks like 19 to 29. And then this morning, 26 to 30. It came back down to 23, but it was up there. IVP, that's one we had looked at before. And LAES. Let's see what the Seals Q Corp is going to do. It looks like it wants to try to bounce off that top line right there and try to run back up, and I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll keep an eye on it and see. 889, that looks like today. 889 to 892. It's down. It came down to 827, but it's at 852. So not looking bad right there. And like I said, it does look like it wants to bounce and stay in that top. That's a semiconductor one from Switzerland and ran pretty heavily right there. MFI, let's see what that's doing here. That's jumped up, huh? MFI. Let's see. Yesterday it was moving around 66 to 110, and then this morning 90 to 158. It's at 124. That's a nice Jolie jumper right there, and that's up there. So keep an eye on it. But it did jump up to the top, so make sure it's staying in there. And that is MFI. MGOL. Let's see. Whoop, MGOL. Let's see what that's doing this morning. That is up 28 cents. And that's one that we were just looking at, saying it was getting set up. And it is curling up yesterday, 54 to 90. Today, 80 to 105. It's at 88 and looking decent right there. So that's MGOL. And there you go with a nice setup. And it's running just like we thought. And let's see, NNE. Let's look at that one. NNE, nano nuclear energy. And this one looks like it's just sitting right there. Let me take a look at it. It's right there. It's going to get moving real soon. So I'll keep an eye on this. It's looking pretty decent. And I'll go through them nuclear ones again, see if they're getting set back up. So we'll look at them. NITO, that one we did look at, and it's that N2 off, and it went crazy yesterday. NITO, that was the big runner yesterday. 26 cents to 160. And then this morning, 149 to 177. It's at 123. So there you go with NITO. It did run up. It is up at the top now. And that was a big, big popper right there. We were super early on that one. QSI, let's look at that. Quantum Sci Incorporated. That they're running back up too, so we have to keep an eye on these guys. We went through them last night. 476 to 479. It's at 474 right now, and just a little flat, but it does look pretty decent to try to continue its way up into that top. QSI. So look at that. And Rivian, let's see, that was trying to just pull back some. It is up 2 cents, and it's just got that pullback look a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but it does have to set back up. Maybe it'll try to bottom out today and get cruising, or maybe yesterday was its bottom. So we'll take a look at Rivian. We do each day, so we'll know what that's doing. And good old Sezzle, I was saying last night, I wish this thing had options. It does not. I tried to buy them yesterday morning, and then it shot up like over $14, and it looks great. It's going to get blasted off right here. SEZL, good old Sezzle. So keep an eye on that one. Like I said, I definitely wish they had options. I looked, and it did not. So unfortunately, because I definitely had liked it. SPCB, that Supercom, and that one's up at the top. It did run yesterday, SPCB. It's ran the last few days, ran up. Yesterday it went 534 to 1080. Today it's at 840, got up to 870, and it's at 837. So it's in the top. It may run back up there again today, but that you got to be careful with Supercom, SPCB. It's run up there. STRL, that Sterling Infrastructure, that's up. It's setting back up, so keep an eye on that one. That one is definitely setting up there. TGL, that's the Treasure Global, and we've been looking at this, and it's popped up today. And it was moving yesterday, 18 to 40. This morning, 37 to 92. It's at 82 there. So that's one we were just looking at, and boom, there you go with another one popped up. And VSTE, let's see, that Vast Renewables. This is that Australia company, and it is curling up right there. Let's take a look at it, VSTE, and it does look like it's going to get moving. So keep an eye on this bad boy. Yesterday it went 111 to 129. It closed at 123, and it looks really good right there. So keep an eye on that. And there you go, your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate that. And let's look at our laptop lowdowns real quick. QTTB, let's see what that's doing. That's a Q32 bio. That one reminds me of the one that just ran NITO. So keep an eye on this one because this one's going to try to get moving relatively soon. And it is crossed through. The 20 is way up there, but it does look pretty decent here. So keep an eye on this QTTB. ADTX, we were super early on. It's moving some more this morning and looking good. So keep your eye on this one, ADTX. And like I said, it's at 20 to 21. It's at 20 right now. And it looks way better than it did before. We'll say that it is trying to move up there. So it could get cruising, ADTX. AFBI, Affinity Bank shares. Let's see. This looks like a shell company. It's a banking company. And I'm telling you, these banking ones are kind of getting set up now. So I guess they like the fact that Trump's coming into office because they are getting set up. This one took a big old dip. It was running at like 2187, and now it's down to 1755, and it's going to try to get set back up here. So keep an eye on this one, AFBI, because it could get cruising right back up. APM, let's see, APM. That one it looked like it was in the top here and just kind of pulling back and flat. Yeah, it did run up. It's been running up there and it's just kind of flat at the top. I wonder if they have a buyout or something weird or if it's just running right there and looking good. So they had a limited registered pricing offering on the second. So be careful with it. I was just curious what was going on. It has a weird look. It usually doesn't stay in the top like that, but maybe it will. I'll have to look at that one. APM, BKYI. Here we go. BKYI. And that one was just at the top. It could be curling back up here. BKYI, 162. It's at 160. It does look like it's trying to curl back up here. So keep an eye on that one. It did just run, but it looks like it could do it again. CLEU. I know we were just looking at this one, and let's look at Clue. That one was just in the top and kind of pulling back a little bit. And we'll see when it hits this line right here at 333. It's at 352. What it wants to do, it could get set back up to run. It does look like it's trying to. MARX. Is that what that one is? Marks. Yeah, we were looking at this. This had that. Oh, hold on. MARX. Oh, I guess did it change? Now it's saying STAI, so it might have changed its this one mine still says more. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on right here. I have to look at that. Did it change its thing? Scan Tech Identification Beam Systems closes business combinations. I would say so. So it could be STAI now. It's a shell company, and we'll have to take a look at it. So I'll look at that today. STAI or what was it that I was putting in? MARX is what it was, and I think it's STAI now. So I'll take a look at that. MSEX, MSEX, Middlesex Water Company is way down there, and that's a good down one. Let's see what it's trying to do today. Yesterday, it went 51.20 to 53.77 at 51.38, and we'll have to take a look. This one's way down there and going to get set back up. NEHC. Whoa, what am I typing in here? NEHC. Here we go. That new error helium. We were way early on that one too. NEHC. And it did pop up there. Tried to run some yesterday. It didn't get as high as it did on New Year's Eve. And today it's at 460. So that could be trying to pull back, but that recently just ran up real big. We'll see if it's just some healthy pullback to try to bounce. NUKK, that one ran not too long ago. And it looks like it's trying to pull back down there. Yeah, it's hitting the line. I'll actually have to take a look at this. Maybe it tries to bounce back up. Maybe it's going to pull back down to this 20 right here at 2290 something. And I'll have to look at NUKK, SISI. Whoop, I added an extra I. That's that Shineco company. It was running up here, just got into the top and then just popped back down yesterday. I mean, really came down. It ran up on, oh, that was New Year's Eve. So it ran up on New Year's Eve. Then January 2nd, it came crashing back down from 472 to $2. And then yesterday, or that is today. So that was yesterday, it crashed down. And today it's at 212 to 206. So it's sitting at 206. So that one's had a heck of a ride. And we'll have to see if SISI is going to curl back up there. And XPON, let's see what that's doing here. XPON, oh, XPON. Let's see right here. And it is up there, and then it's just trying to set back up, it looks like. So we'll take a look. It did run yesterday. It's 260 to 450. It's at 204. So we'll see if it's trying to get curled back up there. It's in between that channel, but it did get moving yesterday. We were looking at it the other day, and there you go with that one in your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. So there you go. Let's take a look at what you guys want to see in the rest of the market here. So let's see what's happening. Like I said, it's a little green. Looks like Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla's even up a hair, and Apple is down a little bit. So let's go through them and see what's happening with our SPY. It is up 87 cents. It's just sitting on that line. I'm telling you, it could go either way. If it goes down today, it's going to be falling down. I'm telling you right now. And even if it bounces up today, it could still stair step its way down next week. So I'm not completely convinced that they want to get cruising just yet. But let's go ahead and look at our big caps here. Our Mag 7 Apple, that is down 18 cents. And it does look like it could keep on coming back down. I don't know if yesterday was its bottom and it's going to try to make a base here. But then it would have to make that base and get curled up. So it'd still be a little bit of time. So we'll have to look and see. It might come back down some more. Amazon's just sitting right there. It's up 87 cents, but not looking too crazy great. It is crawled up a little bit, but can still come down with no problem. We've seen them green in the morning like this and then turn red a lot of days now. So Google up 32 cents. It's sitting on that 20, and again, it's flat and can still pull back right through that. So I'll keep an eye on Google. Good old Meta, that is up $2. And like I said, Zuck has something going on. That thing actually looks good. So Meta's looking good right there. Microsoft right here is up 85 cents, and that one could be trying to bottom out there yesterday. So we'll take a look at Microsoft. It did take that dip down to like that 418. It's at 419 right now, and we expected it to come down. We thought it would come down to that 420 area, and it did come down there. So there you go at Microsoft. And Nvidia is up 28 cents, and it is just kind of curled up there, but a little bit flat this morning. Let's see, NVDA. It's hitting that resistance up there at that 50 at like 139.72, and 139.56 is its high. So it's getting right there. It's at 138.61. And it isn't looking bad, or 130, yeah, 139.56 was its high. It's at 138.64. And like I said, it's just flat right there. It has to get through that. It does. I mean, it is setting up really nice. So I would say Nvidia, it might not pop off today, but it is getting set up to keep running up there. So that is looking good. That and Meta are looking the best right there. Meta is up this morning. And let's see what Tesla's doing. That is down 93 cents, and it could pull back, like I said, down to that 350. So we'll keep an eye on Tesla and see what it wants to do. AMC, that is just at 402, but it's curling up right there. GameStop's just down a little bit, down 26 cents, and Chewy is up 93 cents. And I'm telling you, that thing wants to get cruising right there. So keep an eye on that CHWY because it wants to rock and roll. Let's just look at the other semiconductors, just see what they're up to this morning. AVGO, that one is kind of crossed down flat, so we'll see if it makes a base right here. I'll be able to tell a little better today. MU is up a little bit. It is curling up and looking much better right now, so keep an eye on that MU. And TSM, that's up 81 cents and looking pretty good. So we thought so. It does look like it could curl up there. SMCI hasn't been the best one. It is up 12 cents. We'll see if it's trying to get set up. It's just been pulling back a little bit there. And AMD was looking good. It's up 43 cents. And let's take a look. It does look like it's trying to curl up. AMD is looking pretty good. It was looking great the other day, just went flat and still looking good. And QCOM, that one looks like it's curling back up. It wants to move. And INTC, good old Intel, this one looks like it's getting ready to cruise, and we were talking about it. So there you go with your semiconductors. Let me see what you guys want to look at. I'll actually run through crypto real quick. Crypto's looking pretty good this morning, so let me do that real fast. Then I'll go ahead and check out what you guys want to see. And let's see, Bitcoin is at 96,735. It was up a couple $100 more just a little bit ago, but it isn't looking bad right there. So let me see. It's hitting that, what did I say, the 50, and now it's the 50 and 200. It keeps changing the SMAs around on the chart, and but yeah, it's hitting that 50 right there, and going into a weekend, kind of critical to be honest with you. It's way down there, but it could pull back some. So I'll keep an eye. Obviously, we always do on crypto, but Bitcoin is in a spot where it could go either way. Ethereum's at 3,464. Let's see what it looks like right here. Ethereum, again, just setting back up. It looks like it's hitting that line. They should curl through. They look like they want to, but doesn't mean that they have to. And that 20's hovering over it, so it's going to have to pop up and get over that to get going again. So Ethereum, an interesting look. I'm definitely going to have my eye on these bad boys. Ripple's up just a penny. It's up to 241 now. And let's take a look at this. Good old Ripple. Ripple's in a good spot to continue to run up there. So Ripple looks good. I know Cardano was way up this morning, and that one we were looking at ADA. It is up 12 cents right now to 109. And Cardano was looking pretty good. This one was actually, yeah, it was cruising back up towards that 50 right there, and it did. It jumped way over it, and now it looks super bullish to try to get into the 120. So ADA Cardano looking pretty good right there at 109. And let's look at Solana's at 213. That's up, and that one was looking pretty good the other day. And it's trying to jump up to that 50 again, and the 50 is right above it. So I think it will get back up there and get cruising. So that looks really good. So maybe Bitcoin will start doing the same thing. These guys were a little earlier. So we'll look. Let's just look at Bonk real quick and see what's going on with that. Let's see what Bonk is up to. BONK. Here we go. BONK. And that one is, oh, that one looks good. It's curled up there and trying to run up. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. That 50 is way up over it, but if it jumps up to it and then gets moving, it's going to really blast off again. And that's Bonk, BONK. And let's look at WIF real quick and see what that's doing right here. And that's at 203. It's up a little bit this morning. and it is getting set up at based out, and yeah, that curl through and is going to get rolling again. So there you go with WIF looking good too. So there you go with our crypto not looking bad. Again, we'll just keep an eye on that Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think they'll be all right. Everything else seems to be trying to set back up and get moving again. So let me go through, blast through some messages, see what you guys want to look at real quick. Everything, like I said, is still a little green except for Apple's down, but the rest of the market looks pretty good too. So CHEK is a big gainer right there. And let's see what else is popping up today. NITO's up there. SES is still up there. ONDS is run up. We looked at that. And that SATL, that one's trying to move. It was pulled back a little bit. So a couple that we had looked at before that pulled back are moving up. Let me take a look and see what's going on here. And like I said, I'll look at those messages. That TGL's way up there over 300%. That's a huge popper this morning. We were super early on. MFI's way up there. BLRX, MGOL's another good one. ONCO's good. That MBIO, that Mustang one, we were looking at that. That's up a little more today. IVP and NITO, so pretty much everything we've seen before. That SVMH is up in the top. Maybe that'll get popping up again today. We'll have to take a look at it. And that BNGO is just kind of trying to curl back up there. We were looking at a QSI, ONDS. So many. CRKN just pulled back a little bit there. And so is EYEN just pulled back. XTIA, let's see that guy. What are you up to? I mean, this thing has just been sitting here trying to set up. It's just flat. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get cruising, guys. So just take my word. I don't know what it's waiting for, but let me look at it on mine. It does look really good right there. XTIA. Let's see. Yeah, it just has this weird bounce around look to it. I don't know what it's waiting for, but it is an interesting one right there. So there you go with that. Let me see what you guys want to look at real quick. Let's see. LTBR is setting up. LTBR. Yeah, that nuclear. So you said that's nuclear, right? Setting up nuclear sector. I would say so. Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on that nuclear sector again. It could be setting right back up. This does look good. 545. It's at 532. Is that yesterday? No, that's today. So it did pull back a little bit, but it looks great. I mean, it is getting set up. Light Bridge Corp. So yeah, definitely we'll keep an eye on these. Um. AFBI, here we go. AFBI. Oh, we just looked at it. Yeah, that one's going to get set up too. They failed terminated merger, but that drop wants to curl up. Oh, they're not going to APCU Center something and announced mutual termination of purchase agreement. So there you go. That was on the 30th. And yeah, so it took a big dip, but it does look like it wants to curl up out of that basement. So there you go. And let's see what else is here. What is that? FBI, GME. We went over at GameStop, and that is down a little bit, but I'm telling you, it's sitting right there on the 20. Them bad boys are gonna get set back up. It is curled down a little bit. Watch for it to get right here to that 30-10 area, and then it can bounce off. What's it at? 30-58. So yeah, that one could get cruising right there. We'll keep an eye on that. Um, let's see what else is going on here. CH or CEG, I mean, Constellation Energy has run up $1. We were looking at it last night, Luis Rodriguez, and yeah, that one popped up there, 247.50, and it did close yesterday at 244, so it gapped up to 247. It's at 246 right now, and we were saying that was looking good, so that should continue to move. VST. Let's look at that one right here. That's Vistra Corp or something like that. And that's up and that's looking really good right there. So keep an eye on VST right there. Not looking bad. Yeah, it's setting up to try to run up some more too. So looking good. We'll keep an eye on that for next week as well. Let me see. I think we got everything right there. And let me take a look and see what's going on real fast on the on the stock twits and tell you what's happening over there. But yeah, Apple's really the only one that's red right there. Apple getting crushed down right now, and they had some, what was it say, Apple to offer iPhone discounts in China. So that and that $95 million settlement over some Syria privacy lawsuit seems to be crushing Apple right now. So that is pulling back, and it's way out of the top now and pulling back down. So it has some good resistance down here at like 237. You're at 243. So Apple did get beat down there. We'll see if it can get pumped back up, AAPL. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And let's take a look at the stock twits real quick, see what's going on here. Cardano's way up. How about Carvana, the CVNA? They dipped down pretty good yesterday. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what they did, but something happened over there. That Hindenburg had allegations on Carvana, so that must have dipped that one down. That sure did. Anytime that Hindenburg says something, you're in trouble. It just beats your stock down, and it's in the basement. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That X Steel, that's way down here. It took a nice dip. Was that yesterday or today? Let me see. Because I saw that on here dip down. That is today. So that took a nice dip today down to like 29.95. So we'll have to keep an eye on that X Steel. We were looking at it before, and Apple's way down. Boyle, like these two are getting crazy. Boyle's way down and Cold's way up now. Like I was saying last night, they're getting kind of weird, like that yin and the yang. But Cold does look much better, and but it could hit that line, bounce down. They're getting a little wild. They were easier before, and the yin and the yang. The yin is up a little bit, but it's doesn't look that great, and the yang right here is down and it doesn't look that great. So I'm not sure what's up with them two. Like I said, they're looking kind of tough right there. That SPCB is still running up there. Super calm, that's up. It ran up yesterday. And NUS, what is that? New Skin Enterprises. This looks good for some momentum. Watch this one. NUS. This looks really good right there. So it ran today 758 to 903 right there, and it's at 768 and not looking bad. So keep an eye on NUS and Solana and a couple coins right there. And let's see what else is going on. I don't see anything else that crazy right there. So there you go. Let me take a look and see if we got everything. I think so. I think I got everything. Sometimes I hit these messages and then I go off and then I seem to find like more of them. I'm like, where are these? I don't even see them. So that's I'm just making sure I tried to find everything right there. So there you go. And I would say that's our Friday pre-market. And again, it's looking pretty decent. Mostly green apples, the only one that's really down right there. So and they just got hit with two things. The news says Tesla's day job still matters even as Musk's star rises. U.S. stocks set to rise after 5-day losing streak. Stock futures rise slightly after a rocky start to 2025. And a stock waiver dollar remains the surest bet. So there you go. That's what we're looking at today on our Friday. And like I said, it's mostly green. So there you go, everybody. Trade smart, lock in your profits. Have a and thank you for tuning in. Obviously, laptop travel. Thank you for your laptop lowdowns. Asian Jolie for your Jolie's jumpers. Everybody else, Luis Rodriguez and East Coast Beach Girl Tommy and John Little. How are you, Bong Pre-Chan, Doge Mama 9, Sherry, the LCHS Athletic, and MS Sinai, Jay, Buddy, Jay Kratz, Andrew, it looks like, Tuna Sub, how are you? Matthew Tessering, James right there. We have, I'm not sure who that is. Olden, somebody, and good old Hugh, and everybody else that was tuned in. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Everybody, have a great Friday, and let me know what you guys are looking at. I'll be around trading, and we'll just be seeing what's setting up mostly. And I'm going to take a look at them quantum computer hardware ones and a couple other ones, so I'll keep you guys updated. So there you go, everybody. So like I said, trade smart, lock in your profits. Goodbye, good luck. I'll see you later, and have a great day, everybody.